We live in a time where being visible feels almost mandatory. Photos, stories, updates, proof that you exist. And yet, there are people who never post themselves. No selfies, no profile photos, nothing at all. At first glance, it feels unusual, almost suspicious. But what if not posting your photo isn't a weakness? What if it's actually a psychological choice? Social media quietly teaches us one rule. If you're not seen, you don't matter. Likes become signals, comments become reassurance. And over time, validation moves outside of us. But some people step out of that system completely. They don't avoid photos because they feel small. They avoid them because they don't need proof of their worth. Their self-esteem doesn't rise and fall with engagement. It's stable, internal, quiet. When you already feel grounded, you don't need strangers to confirm who you are. There's another reason that's often misunderstood: privacy. In a world where everything is shared, choosing not to share becomes an act of control. Some people don't see their life as content. They see it as something to be lived, not displayed. Not posting a photo is their way of saying, "This part of me stays mine." Not because they're hiding, but because they decide what deserves access. For some, judgment also plays a role. Putting your image online opens the door to interpretation, comparison, criticism, and misunderstanding. That exposure costs emotional energy, and avoiding it isn't always fear. Sometimes it's emotional intelligence. It's knowing your limits and refusing to pay a psychological price you don't owe. For introverts especially, visibility isn't neutral. It's draining. Posting a photo can feel like opening a door that never fully closes. Messages, reactions, expectations. So instead of engaging halfway, they choose not to engage at all. Silence becomes rest. Distance becomes balance. And then there's authenticity. Some people feel that photos flatten who they are, that curated images distort something essential. They don't want to be reduced to a snapshot. They'd rather be known through ideas, words, presence, not appearance. For them, not posting is a way to stay aligned with themselves. So no, people who don't post their photos aren't insecure. They're not antisocial, and they're not hiding. They're protecting their peace, their boundaries, and their sense of self. And that kind of confidence doesn't need an audience. So here's a question worth asking. Do you post to connect or to be seen? The answer might tell you more about yourself than any photo ever could. If this perspective made you think, like the video and subscribe for more psychology you can actually feel. And now I'm curious, which one are you?